And we're live.
Ooh,
hey everyone. Hey everyone. By everyone I mean John. Hey John. I want one person in chat. A group of one. Hey everyone, it's Foxx from Model Making Guru here. Hello and welcome to Vincent's in. Vincent, hey Mr. Love. Welcome to the long-awaited latest Modelmakers Treehouse Club podcast thing. You know, we said we'd plan and do this every 2 weeks. Yeah, that didn't happen, did it? Because we all live in different parts of the world and we're all a bit rubbish. However, tonight we've been able to grab Adam, so we will go through and have a show. We might be visited by some of the other guys. TK was in briefly before we went live, but he's got to go to bed because he has to work. Possibility some of the other guys might join in, but we don't know yet, so we'll see how it goes. But hello, welcome. For those of you who've never seen one of these before, this is the live podcast of the Treehouse Club, which is the 4, 7, 8, 9 of us now, I think, 10 of us that run the Modelmakers Boom Hut.
Yeah, we've gone live, so they're joining in.
Yes,
people we're here.
We are a loose collection of model making YouTubers, and we set up the Boom Hut for people to hang out, and we do this every now and then. This is the one that's open for everybody, not the patron exclusive one. So technically, it's kind of family friendly. We're not going to be doing any swearing and such. So if you can, try and be nice in the chat. Don't be rude. But you can be a little bit rude, maybe, but not like really nasty words, because you never know who's watching. But I will shut up in a minute and introduce everybody. Shall I do that now? I'll do it now, actually. I'll unlock it from me and we'll go around. So who is with me tonight? Well, as always, there's a random collection of people. Those of you who watch the E-Model stream on Mondays will recognise 2 of them. With me, as always, is Captain Skipper Ted McSkipperton. Skipper Ted, Skipper Scale Models. Hey, Ted.
It makes a change for me to be on this side of the account, this side of the live button. So
I know, you don't have to do anything tonight. Just,
I'm not charging
pretty and
I could just sit, look good.
Yeah. Well, you keep putting the practice in, you'll get there.
Yeah. I'm wearing my, you can tell it's not an E-Models one because it's a Skipper Scale Models jacket tonight.
Yes, our own branding. As always, though, we are suffering from the complete lack of any Google banners. So, yeah, we can't pimp our own channels very easily, but go and check out Ted on the YouTube. Is it Skipper Scale Models or Skipper Ted? I can never remember.
Skipper Ted, because it was formed before I formed Skipper Scale Models, and they won't let you change the name, so it's Skipper Ted.
Skipper Ted. Cool. And next along from Tedward McTed is, of course, my good friend Chris from Gross Models, one of my other E-Models. Well, I was going to say co-host, but it's Ted's show on E-Models, not my show. One of the other minions that hosts with Ted and me. How you doing, Chris?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, as Paul says in the chat, I'm wearing my going out shirt. So
I thought you were looking a bit.
I went out today, so I thought we might get changes in.
Crocodile Dundee in that, didn't he?
Yeah, I thought you were looking a bit like posh and like you were going to be in the pub.
Yeah,
like
I've got no trousers on, it's fine, but you know.
Okay, normality's returned. So, yes, for those you don't know, Chris is Gross Models on the YouTube. Go and check his stuff out. He specialises in the 1/44th scale tiny things, although they're not always.
Specialise is a bit harsh. I make stuff in 1/44 scale, but I don't do it particularly well.
We're British, we have to self-deprecate, I suppose. Is that the right word? Did I just say something else completely? I don't know.
Yeah, I think that'll do.
Anyway, talking of not being British, next along, cornucopia of dudes is, as always, you've not seen him for a while, but our very good friend Adam from Enigma Model Making, the one man in the world who decided to give his YouTube channel a name that he can't pronounce. How are you doing, Adam?
Enigma.
I always laugh whenever we get one of your videos up and say, "Hi, it's Adam from Enigma Model Making." I'm sitting there going, "You didn't choose wisely." How you doing, Adam?
I overthought that. I did the American thing of overcomplicating it.
I was going to say, can Americans be accused of overthinking things? I don't know.
No.
Politics. No. Away from that one. So how are you doing? I've not seen you. We haven't seen you for ages.
I've been doing good. I've been on quote-unquote sabbatical, just trying to get rid of this winter funk that's been going on. So,
and you've been hanging out with rather salubrious men in tattoo parlors, if I remember.
Yeah, I've been hanging out with Joe. He's been showing me a lot of stuff that I hate him for. So,
but we'll let you have a waffle. Then we'll let you have a talk about that later, because I want to know what's going on with your friend Joe. You can plug him a bit and tell us what he's been teaching you.
Absolutely.
Because he has a certain particular speciality, which is a kind of interesting. And I don't mean tattoos.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't even want to. Oh, God. You don't want British teeth, trust me. It's not how it works. You went all British on us then. Anyway, well, that's the show. I don't mean that's the show we're finished. Thanks,
It's an early night, that's fine.
So that's what we're going to do. If you watch the Amodal stream, you'll know we're very similar. We basically just sit here and talk basically bollocks for the next 2 hours or so. There goes the no family-friendly thing. Never mind. Moving on. We're just going to talk rubbish for the next 2 hours. If you've got any questions in the chat, I'll go through in a second and see who's in. Do ask us questions because we're totally dependent on you asking us stuff because we don't plan this. We don't have a clue about what to talk about. And it can be questions about model making. It can be questions about food, about air, questions about animal, any just for God's sake, ask us questions because we'll be desperate.
We don't do politics.
Yeah, no politics, no religion, but other than that, yes.
Or sports.
Let's have a quick look and see who we got in. Right, who we got in? We got John Bennett. Hey, John. Vincent Sim from Mr. Less Model Making. Adam Clark. Hey, Andy. B67. Adam. Hello. Zadster's in. Paul Stewart. Yeah, we know you're in. Phil East and Fester's in. Hey, Fester. John Bennett. Scott Sutherland's in. Only if you asked nicely, Fox. I forgot what I was talking about, so I don't know what I'm asking for now. That could be a dangerous situation. Who else have we got? Scott Sutherland's in. Ted, where's Scott from?
Orkney.
Good girl. Mike Mount is in. Hey, Mike. Yo ho ho, says Mike. He gone all piratical on us.
Speak like a pirate day.
Avast behind. Smoo's in. Is Smoo in?
Yeah, I've seen him.
Did I see Smoo? Oh, yes. Hey, Smoo. Don't worry, Chris will grow into that shirt eventually. No. Not gonna happen. Gabriel Aiello, sorry. First time I see you and oh my god, your beard is amazing. Well, thank you.
No, I think he was talking to me.
Yeah. I think you're right.
No, he took Adam.
I assume he's talking about me. I mean, he could be talking about Chris. I don't know.
We know he's not talking about Ted.
Adam's got a bit of face furniture going on. Who else have we got in? Trying to find some other names. Frank Le Swang Berge. Ooh, so I got that wrong. Frank. Put my teeth in. Frank Seloang Berge. Let's have a look. Wooden ship model. I'll come to that in a second. Right, well, I think that's everybody who's actually in. Hello to everybody if I've missed you out. I saw somebody else's name. Black Wolf 340. I want to say thank you for getting me back into Gumpler and taking a crack at airbushing for the first time. Jolly good. That's what we do. That's why we do what we do. We do our YouTubes to teach people.
Yeah, if you've got a picture of it, chuck it on Boom Hut. Let's have a look at it.
He said, send it to e-models, didn't he?
I've got a sticker up there. It's Sunday.
Yes. Yeah, if you've got some pictures, Black Wolf, send them in. If you don't know what the Boom Hut is, by the way, I know most of you will do, but anybody who's watching, myself and the guys at the Treehouse, which is us four and a load of other people that you probably know, we set up the Modelmakers Boom Hut group on Facebook. And I think, personally, it's the best model making group on there because there's no snark, no bitching, no rivet counting, and no nasty horribleness. We don't allow it. We just don't allow it at all. It's a nice, friendly environment where you can show off your stuff, learn from others, get advice, and you'll make some friends along the way. They're all good, crazy people in there. So if you've never been, it's facebook.com/groups/model boom hut. I shall type that in the chat so people can spell it. Boom hut. Loudest tap keyboard in the world.
And it's Dutch for tree.
Yes. Model Boomhoot, which is Dutch for treehouse. You see what we did there? Smooth humming the Captain Pugwash tune. Yeah, that would be an ecumenical matter. Right, anyway, we've gone through, just saw the name Paul Sunter there. Hey, Paul. So, yes, so please ask lots of questions. I saw a couple of things that pop up, but we'll forget. Chris, could I ask you a big favour?
No, I'm not doing it.
Ah, so good at it. Never mind.
I'm having a night off. No, I'll read it, but I'm not going to make notes.
Oh, damn you. I better do that then. So I'll go around and quickly ask everybody what they've been doing. Everybody who's been watching my stuff knows I'm doing the e-models build. I'm doing my little Panhard AML 90 little armor.
Still got wing mirrors.
I know, we've still got wing mirrors. I'm working on that. but it's going to be Warhammered up. It's going to have things stuck to it. And today, I've been a bit lazy because I was binge watching Man in the High Castle. So I've done 2 dudes. I've got 2 dudes ready to go for it. I had to build these guys first because they have to be able to fit into the turret once it's assembled. So I've got the captain dude and the guy on a gun dude. So that's what I've done today. I've not done a lot today. But how about you guys? What have you been up to, Christoph? What's your ongoing current...
My ongoing current thing at the moment is my 144 Falcon. 144, which is there. I've finished the decals on the top. I was torn between doing painting and doing decals, so I thought I'd try the decals, and they're really nice. They've come out well. Lots and lots of Microsol, the red one. Set. I don't know which one it is.
I never know which is which.
Yeah, the red one. Lots of that, and leave it, and lots more of it, and leave it, and they've all sunk in nice and gone into the little grooves. And
they're the Bandai decals, aren't they? Have you found them?
They're lovely. They are. They're really nice.
I hear a lot of people that complain about the Bandai decals, but I've never had a problem with them.
No, I mean, it came with decals and stickers, so obviously the stickers are rubbish.
Yeah, we don't.
The decals are lovely. They're just the right amount of thin.
What was that then? Was that
That's
noise?
a thought. Never mind.
Was that noise you haven't thought?
No,
I've had an idea.
yeah,
Sorry, Chris.
so, yeah, been happy enough with that. Got to do the bottom of it next, and then get it all weathered.
And then the weathering, that's the fun bit.
Weathering, yeah. I'm a little bit nervous about the weathering because it's the Falcon, so it's got to be a bit dirty. But go too much, and it's too much. So you know.
Now, see, I could point you in the direction of a good guide for weathering, and bizarrely, it's not actually mine, because I never really did a weathering.
The cockpit looks lovely. I've seen someone do the cockpit quite nice.
Yeah, I never got round to actually doing a Falcon weathering guide because I never finished one on camera. But anyway, yeah, look up Fichtenfu, F-I-C-H. For anybody out there doing a Falcon, go and look up Fichtenfu, F-I-C-H-T-E-N-F-O-O. He does weathering guide to Millennium Falcon just using oil paints, and it's brilliant.
Okay, I'll totally you'll send me that later because I won't remember.
Yeah, well, I can tell you later. I totally ripped it off when I did my first ever Falcon and totally copied him, and it was like, this is brilliant. Cool. So it's really good. And he's got quite a relaxing voice as well, which is quite nice.
Yeah.
He also is the guy that makes some of the... You get some awesome sort of retro futuristic sci-fi figures in resin that apparently he designs. I didn't know that. Some company, but I can't remember what it's called. Sorry, Fichtenfu. It's been a long time. Tedward.
Hello.
Tedward, tell us about your model making adventures over the last few weeks then.
Oh, right. Well, I've actually got 2 models on the go.
Ooh, what are their names?
Yes.
You're right, Lothario, aren't you?
As you know, I've got the big U-boat. I'll show you. I'll give you an update on that in a moment. I'm a bit, sorry, my seat's up at the moment. By the time it's finished, it'll be down here again.
I don't want to alarm you, Ted, but I think you're actually in focus. Sorry, you need to sort that out.
Well, we can soon sort that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been getting on. I've been building this little side build, little long range desert group truck.
LRDG.
Yeah. LRDG. Yeah, that's nice. It's all coming together. People are starting to go in it, so it's all coming to life. And I've got an exclusive for the Treehouse.
Oh, hello.
Oh, this
has got an exclusive.
This is the U-boat conning tower.
Oh,
starting to go together. It's not glued together yet, so that's why the clips are on it. But for an exclusive, it's the first time it's been lit up.
Hey.
Ooh. So yeah. So you've seen that for the first time on the Treehouse, even before it goes live on my on the models videos. So there we go. That's what. Oh, all coming together.
Very impressive that lighting there, Ted.
It's big, isn't it? That's just the conning tower. We're saying before to someone else, I think it was Vincent. We're saying before that Trumpeter could actually make a fortune out of this kit just by selling it in sections. You know, like people might just want to build the conning tower. Because there's a lot of detail in that. People might just want to say they're a ship's engineer or a submarine engineer. They might just want to buy the engine room, or a torpedo man might want to buy just the torpedo room.
I've actually seen. I actually saw a fantastic diorama. It was a 1/35th diorama of a U-boat, but it was all scratch built apart from the figures, and it was just the conning tower sticking out the water.
Yeah.
He scratch built the entire conning tower because at that time there was no 1/35th kit. At the moment, the chat is, by the way, it just resolved itself down to endless Father Ted quotes. So we should point out that according to the gang in Smooth's Dungeon, Ted is Father Ted.
Uh-huh.
You're supposed to do an impression there, Ted.
This is far away.
Chris is apparently Dougal.
Go. Are we stuck?
No, I think Chris is doing a Dougal look. And I'm apparently Father Jack. Arse, girls, drink that would be an ecumenical matter. Yeah, Smooth we're under instructions from Smooth that we all had to do impressions of the Father Ted.
Apparently Tony's Dougal.
Down with that sort of thing.
Tony, hang on. Well, who was Chris then?
I must be Father Stone.
Who's Father Stone?
I think that means I have to be very, very boring.
Oh, I thought Father Stone wasn't he the DJ?
I don't know. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I watched it.
Nuns, reverse. Anyway, let's move on. So Adam, you lovely American, you. How have you been? What is your modeling projects been? Now, this way you can tell us all about yon fella with the shop.
I've been hanging out with my good friend Joe Evans over at Liquid Vision Tattoo.
Liquid Vision Tattoo, your one-stop shop for all your tattooing needs.
Hey, we also pierce too, so we like to stab people.
Yeah, as long as you live in that part of Georgia. Georgia?
Yeah.
Georgia.
Nope,
Ohio. I knew that. I'm just spelling it differently. Shut up. Moving on.
Basically what I've been doing is I've basically taken a sabbatical of building anything, videotaping anything, and I've just been immersing myself in learning how to airbrush and everything one-on-one with somebody.
So what you're saying is, like me, the D'Agostini Falcon broke you and you had to go off and do something else.
Yeah, unfortunately, the D'Agostini Falcon is right here. My Christmas present from Joe was he painted it.
What's that, a Lego one?
So
What kit's that?
That's the D'Agostini.
Oh, we painted it for you?
Yeah.
Holy, so it's done?
Yeah, it's done. It's 100%. It's on the coffee table showing off.
I wouldn't lift it up to show us, but you'll have to get some pictures of that on the boom up. And then just say you did it, and we won't say anything. Because nobody will know.
I feel bad because I built this model, and I'm like, okay, I'm supposed to paint it. Oh, you want to paint it? Okay.
Well, like I say, you can go on the boom hut and claim you painted it, because nobody will know. Nobody watches this. Nobody will know.
No, you don't need to say that you didn't paint it.
In fact, yeah, don't
just present it as your own and say, look at my Falcon.
Yeah, just don't.
Here's my D'Agostini Millennium Falcon. I went past the cockpit.
The other thing I've been playing with, and
Steady now.
Yeah, I know. Hold on, wait a second. The other thing I've been working with is my 3D printer. Just having fun with it, printing off just lots of random stuff.
Ooh, yeah. You've been having fun with that, haven't you?
Oh, yeah. Me and my skulls and all kinds of weird stuff. So just been having fun. Matter of fact, it's printing off parts for an Iron Giant I'm planning on building.
Ooh. Now tell us about the Joe at Liquid Vision, because he does kind of unusual stuff, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Not only does he do static models like ships and stuff like that, which I'm used to, he also does like Predator heads, the P1, P2, Elder, all those, the different heads from the Predator. He does the actual full suits. I mean, where he doesn't make the suits, he actually paints the full suits. He also does Alien. I mean, the way he does organics is just phenomenal, and I mean, it's unbelievable to watch him. And he does it all with airbrush. I mean, where we're sitting here with like little paintbrushes trying to do flecks, he's there paintbrush using there. I mean, it's that.
Is it just dark magic? Is that what it is?
Yes, it is.
Why is he not working in like special effects?
I've asked him that several times. He's like, he's thought about it. He's had offers. He just hasn't really done it yet.
I suppose maybe he just enjoys doing it rather than doing it for a job.
Yeah, once you turn your hobby into a job, it doesn't become fun anymore.
Well, I don't know. I've been lucky so far. I don't hate it yet. Brilliant. Well, yes, you need to get a picture of that Diag Falcon up there, because then obviously there's not going to be any comments about 6 episodes.
There's not been any in the
even
chat
though the
so
comments
far.
in chat are already talking about 6 episodes. Sergeant Bones says it can never be more than 6 episodes. Fox's newest video isn't episode 1, it is episode 4. I'm just doing the German accent there, Sergeant Bones, because
I think you just need to do one more episode just to get everybody off your case.
yeah. Yeah. Smooth said something, but the comments actually moved. Adam, was it more than 6 episodes? He says.
Yes.
As if we would, says Colin Everett Fester's workshop. Oh, you would. So that's what we've been up to. Now, do stay tuned in this episode, even if we get really boring because we run out of crap to say, because we are giving some stuff away. We have some amazing prizes. Truly amazing. We have a couple of things to give away in chat. And we have a prize to give away that we'll give away next week. So, if you're watching this, but you're not on the YouTube...
When you say next week?
Yeah, next time we're on.
Well, no, I'll just do a little prize video next week if we don't actually do a hangout. If you're watching this somewhere that doesn't have chat, like you're on an iPad or an iPhone or a tablet of some sort, I don't know why I'm limiting it to Apple, some kind of smart tablet or phone device, or you're not on the YouTubes, you're on, say, watching through my website or Patreon or something like that, there is a little YouTube icon on the bottom right of the player. Click on that. It will take to the YouTube page where you can indeed join in the live chat and meet other people and talk and chat and insult us in chat. And you can if you want to. And also, as always, you don't have to, but it would be brilliant if there is a super chat button at the bottom of the chat. If you'd like your question to be answered and it's really obvious because it comes up in a big blue box, do feel free to use the super chat button because then I get a little bit of money. But more importantly, it means we don't miss your question. So you're more than welcome to try that, but you don't have to. But we are going to do some funky giveaways. We have stickers. We have a mug.
Ooh.
Let's just leave it there. And we have a kit to give away. So it's a bit like e-models, but not
on a Sunday.
Yeah, but not with e-model stuff because we can't do e-model stuff. Smooth's Workshop says, and all sorts of shenanigans might happen, but it wasn't me, Gov. A big boy did it and ran away. Okay. So yeah, so stay tuned, and we'll, at some point we'll remember to do that unless Ted forgets.
It's not to me to forget tonight. It's up to you to forget.
I know it's up to me to forget. It does make me laugh that if you watch our remodel streams, when like if you ever get to the end of a show and I'm there and I'm saying, "We've got a giveaway, Ted," it's usually a clue that Ted's actually forgotten we're doing a giveaway.
Yeah, I should have a script, but
we don't do scripts.
We don't do scripts.
Hello and welcome to today's show, which is very interesting.
No, I don't do scripts. So anyway, right. So people in the chat, for the love of God, please give us questions. We've already run out of material.
What's everybody in the chat been doing this week?
What you guys are building?
What have you been building this week? Yeah, I'm just going to sit back and chill, so, as Mike Patton says. Yeah, carry on. You carry on, Fox. Yeah, oh God.
Thanks.
We're going to wait 20 seconds now.
We've got to wait for the chat to update. Tell us where you're all from, and tell us what you're building, and tell us your bank account details. And
I did. Yeah, somebody said before they'd been watching my Panzer IV build. That's good.
Oh yeah, that is a nice kit. That is a nice model. I've seen it in real life.
If you get a chance to nip between models, it's under the counter. You have to ask, give a secret password.
No, that's something else under the counter, Ted. There's not.
Oh right. It's not. They don't do videos in there, do they?
No, they're not anymore. Don't do those videos anymore. Well, they stopped doing the ice cream man round, so.
Right. Yeah.
So they don't sell porn anymore. Let's have a look. John Bayer says he's just finished a Schwalbe Greys just now, just this exact moment. Cool. I must admit, I didn't feel a lot of love for the IBO mobile suits. They're all right, but they're like, I don't know. I didn't find myself falling for any of them really. Osric 9000 making 148th. It was moving fast now. 148th Tamiya Diner.
Yeah, please. Type so fast.
I'm guessing that's a tank, Ted. Tamiya Diner. Dinah. Diner. It rings a bell, but I can't remember what it is.
Can't think of that one. Oh.
Earl D says he's doing a Sinanju Stein. He sent me pics. Cool. Stick him in the boom hut. Lee Gallup's doing a USA RG Mark II. What's a USA RG Mark II? Tell us what that is.
Once again, lost me.
USA is a country. RG is real grade. Mark II means it's not a Mark 1, so it could be anything. Sounds good, though.
Second version.
Yeah. And John Bias has just finished a MiG-3 today. That's not a Gundam. What are you doing, John? That's not normal.
That's a Russian fighter, isn't it?
Yeah. Paul Sumter's building a Viper Mark II with lighting, much frustration. I think that's the one that was in the boom hut today, wasn't it?
It's one of them that, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a Russian fighter as well?
Hmm?
No, that's not a Russian fighter, Ted.
No,
No.
spaceship, Ted. It's space.
Oh, space. Sci-fi.
It's a space tube. Yes, he primed it in black and then he was painting it while looking at the picture going, oh, he's going to have fun painting that white over black. But he did it right. Actually. It came out looking quite good. So, yeah, pretty good effort. What else have we got? Let's have a look.
Sergeant Bourne said he's finished his Tiger, HMMV and Rushter and Panzer. Correct, he's been busy. I got a bloody Scorpion AFV. God save the Queen.
God save the Queen.
Yeah. Got that one ages ago. Nice little kit from AFV. Yeah. Nice.
Hey, you know what? Put a big ass gun on that and some big things, and that'd be a Warhammer tank. That would.
Space Marines.
That'd be a Death Corps of Krieg tank.
Yeah.
Big cannon on the front.
Okay, there's a lot. I think there's lots of aftermarket stuff for them now as well.
Yeah.
If you want to.
For those of you who know your Warhammer, by the way, I've got to say, I'm feeling the liking for the Death Corps of Krieg. Even though they're resin figures, I'm thinking, yeah, I need to get some of them. Cool. World War I style. Say again?
Dyna is a Japanese twin-engine night fighter.
Ah, awesome.
Oh,
I kind of recognize the name. I just couldn't place what it was.
is that one we showed in the e-models the other day?
It might have been.
Never mind. Rings a bell.
To do Wayne Larson, damn it, I need to paint and now I want to stay inside and watch you guys. Well, don't paint, just stay inside and watch us. We're far more interesting.
Yeah. Oh, well, we hope.
Yeah. TK says random starship. Yes. Raymond Kinnison says from USA, Bill. Oh, I've just realized when that commenter said USA at the start, I did ask people where they were from. I'm such an idiot. And then I forgot instantly. Raymond Kinnison says he's from the USA. Hello. And he says he's building a wooden steamboat called the Robert E. Lee.
Oh, nice.
Now, is that a kit or is that a scratch buildy job?
Oh, well, if he's in the US, he won't be far away from Adam.
Yeah. Well, yeah. They only
Yeah.
Well, it's like the same way that
They probably know each other, yeah.
So yeah, is that tell us then, Raymond, is that a kit or is that a scratch buildy? Either way, it's impressive. That was an old was that a Mississippi steamboat, Robert E. Lee? Was that like a proper gold down the Mississippi job? It's the big thing with the wheel at the back.
Big paddle at the back, yeah.
And the two layers.
That's what comes to mind when you think steamboat, isn't it?
Is that a paddle steamer, Adam?
Yeah. If I remember, yes.
It was basically full of the guy from the Rockford Files in a black suit playing poker or something, if I remember rightly. Paul Stewart's building a 148th Hobby Boss F14.
Oh.
Have you seen that, Chris?
I haven't seen that. No, he put in a thing earlier. He asked the question, where's he going to put it?
Yeah. The one way to know if you're a proper model maker is that you start building the model. It's only halfway through. You think, crap, where the hell am I going to put this thing?
Yeah.
If I was true to my model making roots, I would have started the Space Battleship Yamato by now because I've got no idea where that's going to go. But I've put it off because of that reason. So yeah, I've kind of gone mainstream.
Apparently, Ted's seen it. Paul says Ted's seen it.
Ted's seen what?
The plane.
You've seen Paul's plane.
Hang on, where are we at?
The F-14, isn't it?
Oh, is that the one before? Right, yes. Oh, sorry, I didn't realise that was... Sorry. My aircraft recognition is absolute rubbish.
Ted may be with us.
Where am I?
But he's not necessarily with us.
You people, what are you doing in my front room?
Yeah. What are you on me telly for? Well, hey, there's men on me telly.
Watch Neighbours.
Frank Sailorang Bear says he's making a wooden model of the Black Pearl with full interior.
Oh,
wow.
Scary.
Oh, that is interesting because that's a galleon jobby, isn't it?
Yeah.
Got pirates again.
Pirates. Arr.
Or swizzle the main brace and slap me vitals. Mike Mount says he's finished his Herald build and he's now onto an RNLI 7 class lifeboat.
Oh, 7 class. They're nice.
I knew that waked Ted up.
Nice boats, yeah. Class. Yeah. Aaron's got 7 class, hasn't it? They're the big ones, yeah.
John Bias is also working on an MG GM. I've got an HG GM I need to do, actually. I've got the HG GM ground type. some Machining Krieger suit, a Macross Destroyed Spartan, and an F4E and an F4G. I think that's all. So just 1 or 2 kits then, John. Let's have a look. Sergeant Bone says, makes me wonder if the Natchez still runs in the Mississippi, rode on her in 1978. I'll ask my brother. He lives in Tennessee, near the Mississippi. Somewhere? I don't know. Splice your pigeons, says Smoo. John Bennett says, where am I going to put all these motorbike kits?
Oh, yeah, well, Hero there. Hero, if you build motorcycle kits, as Chris should know. Yeah.
Yep.
I did one. That was enough.
Yeah, never again. Never again. Yeah, so cool. So everybody's building all kinds of things. It's nice to see it's not the people that follow us don't just do Gundams or Warhammer. I'm glad to see that all the people in the boom do other stuff. Gilbert Madrid says, Fox and others, what do you guys do for work? What are your other passions? You guys can go first.
Adam, should we start with Adam?
Go for it, Adam. There's a spotlight. This is the voice of the Mr. Hans.
Wow. Yes.
Yes. I did not have relations with that one.
Yeah, I have relations with that one. Let me see. I'm into 3D printing. That's one of my other hobbies that I'm into. Mainly just do a lot with modeling and stuff. Even if I'm not actually physically modeling, I'm just watching other people do modeling and stuff. I'm a very lonely individual.
Yeah, not on your own. Not on your own.
Next.
How can you be lonely with your kids?
That's true.
Yeah, got all the kids.
Yeah, you got millions of them.
That's what you do, Adam.
Yeah, we see them roaming in herds around here sometimes.
Until they get old enough to get
new hunting packs.
Until they get old enough to get a lawn tractor with a 6-pack on the back, and then they go a bit faster or slower, actually.
Yeah.
Cool, Chris.
What about kids? Any ideas, Fox? They don't know.
Yeah, I've planted that seed now.
Wait till they come and Dad, I've got a driving license. Get me a car.
Dad, Fox says, what is a lawn tractor and how can I get one?
Now, here's the one that got me was I was over at my ex-wife's house picking up the kids, and my daughter was like, oh, I need to check my cell phone. I need to see if my boyfriend texts me. I'm like, what?
You're like, wait, what, hello, what?
Yep.
I've missed a memo here somewhere. Wait a minute. Okay, so Chris, what about you? What do you do for work, and what are your other passions?
For work, I am an horologist.
Steady now.
Oh, that's a big word.
That's it. Yeah, it's an official word as well. People can go and Google it. I'm not going to explain it. It's fine.
He makes plants.
Yeah, you don't fix Casios, though, do you?
Sometimes, yeah, occasionally.
Oh, do you? Oh, well.
Yeah, where you can, yeah.
Passion.
I've also picked up a 3D printer, so doing a bit of that, and I do a bit of archery in my spare time as well, shooting things all my way with pointy things.
Yeah. How good are you at the old bow and arrow then?
Yeah, not bad. Not bad.
So terrible then, is that it?
Not bad. I hold a few club records, so yeah.
Can you do that thing where you kind of go shum, 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 dead fast while you're jumping in the air?
Dangerous.
Around corners.
No, that's rubbish, that.
Can you shoot bareback on a horse?
Yep. Just a large dog.
Not actually that large.
But I do have this mental image of Chris like taking that one kit that he never finished and like shooting flaming arrows at it.
It's possible. I did used to shoot air rifles at Star Wars figures.
This seems acceptable.
Yeah.
Oh, Stuart calls you you're a Time Lord. Yeah, it's not Doctor Who, it's Doctor E.
Dr. Air?
Doctor what?
Yes, for the benefit of people who may not know, just explain what an horologist is, and also correct use of the word "an."
It's sort of either works with it, really. I repair clocks and watches.
There you go. So it kind of explains your 144th thing because you
sort of
you work with tiny
little
things.
stuff. Yeah.
Chris, you and I'll talk later. I got some clocks that need some work on.
If you send them down to me, I'll look at them and then not do them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Take them apart and send the box back.
I was like, "What's coming?" Well, I took it apart.
Imagine
That's the first bit.
Yeah. I can definitely take a watch apart. That's the easy bit.
Black Wolf 340 asked how many Robin Hood shots have you done? I haven't done any. I've had it done to me, but I haven't actually achieved any as yet. A Robin Hood shot, in case anyone doesn't notice, is shooting an arrow through the back of another arrow that's in the target.
It's possible.
I've not done that, but I've had someone shoot my arrow that was already in the target. So
Nice.
Ted, what about you? What's your work and what are your other passions?
You really want to know? Where should I start?
For those who don't know,
I was
Treehouse and the Boom Hut is that Ted has had all the exotic and impressive jobs you can think of.
Yeah, well, at the moment I'm between jobs.
Are you like a resting actor?
Yeah, I'm resting
Between roles.
so hopefully that won't be for too much longer because I'm skint. But my other passions are I don't really have time for anything else. I just get bench time when I can. Then I'm otherwise just a household taxi driver,
Decorator.
Household decorator, taxi driver. Do everything else that nobody else wants to do. Do I have any of the? I just don't have any of the passions because I don't have any time for it really.
And don't forget, you're also the official breaker of things.
Yeah, I break things on a regular basis.
Yeah. I actually thought the day I was having a dream the other day. Like we'd all been to the pub, like me, you, Chris, and Paul, and a few of the Treehouse guys. We'd all been to the pub. And we went back to your house for more beer, and I broke something. And Mrs. Ted told you off because it was your job to break things. I'm sitting there going, "That's weird."
Yeah, I can. My recent activities include flooding the kitchen, which I got the blame for. Yeah.
Good British engineering. What do you expect?
Paul's quite impressed that he was in one of your dreams.
Yeah. Who bought the beer in this dream, by the way?
Who, me?
Who bought the beer?
I don't know if anybody bought
Magic
beer,
dream
actually.
beer. It just appeared.
I think Chris paid for the curry because we had a curry and we had loads of beers, and then we went back to your house because we went from Birmingham to Ted's house. We were in Birmingham for some reason having curry and beers. I don't know why. I've never been to Birmingham.
You haven't missed much.
Birmingham's a curry capital, isn't it?
There could be a connection.
Something like that.
And then we went to Ted's house to have more beers, and I broke something, and Ted got told off, which was fine. My answer to the question is, for my job, I do this. This is what I do. And for my other passions, I haven't done it in a long time, but I do draw. I did a webcomic for a few years, so I do the arty-farty stuff. And for many, many years, I had a small recording studio set up and did electronic music, which is all the music I use on my videos is 95% stuff that I wrote and recorded, so that's why I can use it and not worry about copyright. At the moment, my passions are this, what I'm doing anyway, and Xbox. I like playing video games, but not as much lately because there's not as much out at the moment. And food, I like eating. Eating's brilliant.
And growing the beard.
Oh yes, that's not so much a passion as a lack of being asked to actually cut it. And now it's getting bigger. I need to go back to my Turkish barber because it's growing out at the sides again. I need to get it, and then I'm trying to get a proper Bob Symes Victorian Georgian style pointy thing going on, but I don't think it'll happen. I need it to go grey. I need to go grey. That's what I need. Then I can look dignified. Right, we probably missed a whole load of questions.
Phone behind Ted's reel, and that they already got the answer as yes, it was.
Yes, that's the Model Hotline.
This is it. Yeah, Pete's still on it.
But the thing is, we always know it's a hotline to Pete because Pete hasn't yet figured out how to disconnect the call on his spanky smartphone because he upgraded from like a Nokia and a 95 to like a smartphone a couple of years ago, and he's been on the same call ever since. He's like, just put it down, going away now.
It's a live connection to the yacht club, so sometimes it's shipped ashore, but yeah, it works.
Smooth says he's just ordered a munchie box from the kebab shop. Now I'm hungry. Git. We need to finish this stream because the kebab shop shuts in 20 minutes. Bye.
Don't they deliver?
No. Oh, they do, but they're only around the corner, so it's kind of a bit rude.
We have a cracking Indian in Dalton, which isn't too far away. It's just down the road. We had a cracking Indian takeaway in Dalton until it got raided on Friday night by the immigration. Now we don't.
Oh no! Unlucky.
Yeah, no, we don't have a good Indian at all.
No, you've written Acker for that. Oh, well. Gilbert Madrid says, appreciate your responses. Fox Gandalf, you shall not pass, says Paul Di Tommaso. Di Tommaso is such a fantastic surname because to me it's, I don't know, it's just very glamorous. And Di Tommaso.
Di Tommaso.
Yeah, it's always the kind of name. There's always something in like sci-fi that's called Di Tommaso. It's usually a captain or an admiral or something. What else we got? More questions, please, from the chat. Will be really good.
It's talking about food now.
Yeah, Tangerine chicken early. I don't know what that is.
It's a little creature with 2 legs and wings and a big beak.
Did you see the eyebrow go up? You made me deploy the eyebrow. There, you didn't hear it. It's stealth eyebrow. Hey, if you want a really good night out, go out with someone who knows about Korean food and is happy to buy like 6 bottles of soju. It's a really good night out until it's the end of the night, and then it's the worst night out ever. Question for David Bellamy: can a cheetah outrun a Gundam? Says Smoo. Well, you've got to look at the outcome of the foliage. Will have a difference on the outcome of the race because the Gundam will go over it. The cheetah can hide in there. I can't do David Bellamy. I can't do it anymore. I used to be able to do a good David Bellamy. For those who don't know, he's a TV presenter from hundreds of years ago, had a massive beard, and he's all about wildlife.
I haven't seen him for a while.
Apparently, he fell out of favour because he had some controversial viewpoints about climate change.
No, did he not get done by U-Tree?
By controversial, I mean American viewpoints about climate change.
What?
I don't count you as American, Adam. You know that. Whenever I insult the Americans, I don't include Adam because we know Adam's like a norm. Adam's a normal person.
Apparently, it's a hot curry chicken dish.
Ooh, that works for me.
Yeah, you have to try curry. I need to go to the Indian place and try the curry. I've yet.
You need to go. You need to come to the UK place and try a real curry.
No,
as in a real British curry, not a real curry, a real British curry. Because
what people don't understand is that is probably the one reason I would come to Britain is for you guys to take me to all the restaurants and pubs.
Oh yeah. Well, the thing is, it was best to explain it. When you go out for a curry, you don't really give a shit about the food. You're not interested in the food at all. The food isn't, it's not the point. The point is that you sit down, you have many pints of beer and the curry, and you all get tanked, and then you go out to the pub. That's how it works. You don't really go for the food. I'm guessing in America it's more you go for the food and the culinary experience. Here, we don't want quality food.
Well, neither do the Americans.
Eh?
Neither do the Americans want quality food.
Well, no, but I think
big portions of it.
I think the thing in the US, though, I think curry is such an unusual thing because, yeah. So I think for them it's more a culinary. For us, the lower quality the better. Frankly, when it comes to a night out on the curry, there is a restaurant around the corner from me. Well, a couple of roads away. It's been there for about 35 years. It's gone through about 18 different names because it keeps getting closed down for health and safety, and then it comes back with a different name. And despite that, and it's a really bad restaurant, the food's fantastic. It's great.
There's a question about Mr. Mark Setter and Mr. Mark Softener. Which order you use them in? I don't know. I've not used the Mr. Mark stuff, so I don't know which one's which.
I would guess it's probably similar to a Microset and Microsol. So you'd use Mr. Don't take me as red on this, but I would guess it's Mr. Mark Setter first to set the decal in place, and then Mr. Mark Softer to flatten it down, same as you do the Microset and Microsol.
Smooth says Setter is wet work, Softer is like Sol, the solvent one. So is that the blue one's set?
Is it? I thought that was Sol. I don't know. I always get the wrong way around.
The red one says Sol on it, so that must be the. I don't know.
Yeah, Setter Microset is the one you do first to set the decal in place.
Yeah, it sounds like it's the wrong way around, but.
Yeah. Sergeant Bones says, Fox, are new Rovers still Rovers? Does he mean the car?
No, I think he means football.
I don't do football.
Sport's
dumb. I don't do sport. African or European cheetah?
Oh, could that outrun a Gundam?
French cheetah. Just from outside Paris. He was going to do the race and he was like, bleh. So it didn't work. The Gundam won. Cheetah's there with a little French Gauloise going, why must I run like a dog? I think not. You and your stupid race. Question, what? Oh, I've done that one. Hey, I'm catching up on the chat. If you guys see questions in the chat, do call them out, because I'm about 3 hours behind.
Yeah, I'm just catching up.
Sergeant Bone says, yes, the bloody car. Rovers haven't been Rovers for like 30 years, because when they were Rovers, they were crap.
Yeah.
And then they got taken over by loads of different people, and they're now. Who owns them now? Is it Tata or is it BMW or something? Or?
I don't know.
No, they've always been crap. Rovers have always been crap cars. Always. Don't ever buy a Rover.
I know that one of the sports cars uses a Rover engine, doesn't it? It's pretty crap.
Yeah, I think Rover's like gone the way of the.
I think they put Rover engines in the Lotus, and it was forever blowing head gaskets.
Funny that.
Yeah, so.
I can't seem to kick people out of the chat, but
do what?
Trying to get a user kicked out of the chat, but I can't seem to do it.
I was going to say, who is it?
I do it.
Anybody out?
You'll see it if you come down near the bottom.
I haven't seen anybody. Hey, why are you so gay? That's a question. Wow, that's a dumb question. Remove. There you go. Hey, why are you so gay? That's a question. Anyway, moving on. Be nice in the chat, folks. I don't think that's a regular. I've just vetoed impersonator. I've just cancelled your comment. If you want to be nice, we'll let you stay.
Sergeant Bourne says England has the only true fish and chips with scraps.
Yeah, with scraps.
Yeah, have you had fish and chips, Adam? English fish and chips. Adam still with us?
You still with us, Adam?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Morning.
Sorry.
Over there, you can get fish and chips.
What? Yeah, we get fish. What y'all could call fish and chips. I guess my favorite is Long John Silver's does a pretty good fried fish and French fries. So
French fries? No.
No. The answer is no. They don't do fish and chips.
No, they don't. Obviously. Here's the basic breakdown of fish and chips. Big honking piece of cod, fat chips. Done. Maybe some mushy peas. They don't do fries. You've got to have chips that are like this big.
Yeah.
Oh, we call those steak fries.
Well, yeah, I think we have this. We call them that as well, but they're just chips. Yeah. If you ever come over to the UK, we're all going to meet up and take you for the best curry you've ever had, the best fish and chips you've ever had. We'll take him to the Chippy Bank, Ted.
Oh, we'll go to Chippy Bank. Yeah, there's an Indian across the road as well, so we'll go in there. We can go to Queen's. Start off with a few pints of Hartley's.
Actually, that's a good point. Yeah, if you ever come to England, right, Adam, Ted and I both know a place in the Lakes called Ulverston. They've got the best chip shop in the world. They've got curry houses. It's a place the size of your house, and there's about 32 pubs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it's a little village, and it's got like hundreds of pubs. You could have a complete night out in a weekend.
Stan Laurel was born there, so that's the link.
Oh, I could take him to the Laurel and Hardy Museum, apart from it's moved.
Yeah, well, it's still there, still in Ulverston.
It's like the worst museum in the world, and it really is. They've got a screen where you can watch Laurel and Hardy movies, but they've just obviously somebody's closed a cinema and they've taken a row of like 4 seats and just lifted them out, ripped them out, and put them in this little room. Bang, there you go, cinema done.
Yeah.
Is it a little telly? I hope it's a little telly, not a screen.
Yeah, no, it's a proper pull-down projector screen. No.
I used to hate that. We go to these museums as kids in school, and they all pop us in this room that would sit 50 people, and then the only way you can see it is a little 20-inch TV screen. And you're like, what?
Nah. Sergeant Bone says, there was an H. Salt fish and chip shop in California. It was run by Brits. God save the Queen. He says, God save the Quen, but we'll let you on. The Quen passes on her regards. If it'd been run by Brits, then it's proper fish and chips, probably.
Yeah. Could have the proper fryers and the fat. And yeah.
So TK says, don't believe him. He's been there and not had any beer or chips off any of them.
Who's been there? Who said that?
He never asked. Yeah. Well, that's. I'll be okay. Yeah. If he'd have asked, we'd have got some fish and chips and beer.
Who said that?
TK.
Oh, TK. Because I wasn't there. See? Kenneth says, question, is overnight long enough to wait for a gloss coat to dry before applying decals? If it's pledged, give it 24 hours.
Yeah.
Other gloss coats may vary, but 24 hours is usually fine. If it's acrylic gloss coat,
on, really, doesn't it?
Eh?
If it's on thick, then it might take longer. If it's on thin, it might take a little bit less.
I've put a gloss coat on, waited for about half an hour, then put the decals on over that.
Yeah, I mean, I've done things over gloss coats after I've pledged gloss coat after about an hour. But for decals, if I'm going to be using Microsol and Microset, I'll leave it 24 hours. But I've done things over gloss coats like panel line washes and stuff after a couple of hours, usually because I'm bored and need to get it done. But decal, yeah, I'll leave those. Zadster says, isn't cod dangerously southern? No, cod and chips.
Yeah, cod and chips. Yeah, it's usually cod and chips unless you ask for haddock.
Yeah, you might get haddock. Some fish and chip shops actually give you hake as well. I like hake. If it's hake or hacky, I don't know. It seems to have appeared in the last 10 years. Hake's really nice. It's really flavourful. I'm not a big fan of fish. But you see, when I go to the chippy, I don't do fish and chips. See, my standard order is 2 big sausage, chips, gravy, steak and kidney pudding, mushy peas.
Battered sausage?
No, just the big bendy sausage. Although... Saveloy. I don't said southern. It's a big sausage, TM. I just gotta have 2 big sausage, please. My local one, they do those, but they've also started doing what they call smokies, these smoked sausages. And it sounds really nice because they're like, I assume they smoke them somehow. But what they actually do is they go to the shop, and you know those big bendy sausages you get like in the groceries, in the Tesco's, where you take them out and chop them up and put them in your salad. They just get them, slice them a little bit, so they're all like something out of a Wimpy special grill, and put them under the heat lamp for a little while. But they're really nice. They're really nice.
Kenneth M says they have flake in Australia, fish and chips. Yeah, I've had Australian fish and chips. They're as good as here. Obviously, the Brits that moved down south took the fish and chip shops with them. Yeah.
Zazta said it's haddock on his side of the Pennines. Kenneth says it was the gloss was Vallejo Gloss. I think smooth. Vallejo Gloss, I'd say, yeah, again, 24 hours, 48 if you're not sure. I saw my name. Foxx in West Yorkshire, it's also mainly haddock. I always get, this sounds really bad, but I always get confused between Yorkshire and Lancashire, and now half everybody is from Yorkshire and Lancashire, and I hate me. I'm from Cheshire, it's different. You know what I mean?
Posh part, Cheshire.
Smooth says, oi oi Savaloy, we call them red puddings in Scotland. What, a sausage is a pudding? I don't get that. Yeah, explain that, Smooth. I saw something then. Gilbert Madrid says, speaking of gloss varnish, I went to Walmart and the Pledge bottle now has a different label. Yellow with the teardrop says Pledge Revive Floor Gloss and it's clear. Fingers crossed, Fox. I saw that post in the Boom Hut. I don't know if that's the same thing or not. Be very cautious and test it. There are a load of different Pledge products that say things like clean and revive and polish, and they're not the floor care finish at all.
Yeah, I actually looked up Pledge on Amazon, and you can get the 2 times more shine.
Fine.
You can get it on Amazon for £115 a bottle.
Yeah, I mean, I got mine for mine was like $5 a bottle, but it was like $25 shipping. I'm like, well, I've got no other choice. I can't get any, so anywhere else. Yeah,
I did see a certain YouTube channel where somebody compared it with other glosses, and they said that was the stuff to get, the clear stuff, because the other stuff is yellow and it will go yellow over time. But I've never had that problem.
No, I say I've had word from SC Johnson that in the UK, if you're in the UK, it is still called Pledge Multi-Surface Wax. It's just really hard to find it. Apparently, they only supply it to Sainsbury's and Asda officially, but other places get it. But it's still in the UK, Pledge Multi-Surface Wax. They did say in the US it's floor care finish, 2 times more shine. But that's actually made by a different company, a different division of SC Johnson, so they don't have anything to do with that.
TK's going to bed, so night, TK.
TK, thanks for coming in, dude.
Yeah, so we'll all send our orders to Adam. Send them orders with PayPal, and he can ship us all over a big crate of Pledge.
Yeah, send your emails to adam@geocities.com.
You'll send them all to Fox, and then Fox will send them all out to all the individual people.
Yeah, that won't change it. That won't change the shipping cost at all, will it?
Oh I got to ship something to you, and I'm dreading the shipping cost.
Philip Rose says, I love that curry sauce with diced apple and sultanas, lovely over chips. That's chip shop curry. Yeah, that's Chinese chip shop curry.
We don't get the diced apple and sultanas.
No, see, when we were at school curry was sultanas. But Chinese chip shop curry is totally different from like Indian curry in the UK. But it's nice. It's just a totally different thing. Frank Sailoang Berge says, is the Tamiya clear varnish safe to use over the water decals that come in Gundam kits? My local shop only provides Humbrol and Tamiya. Don't ever use... Okay, hang on. Humbrol varnishes only ever use the Rattlecan 49 matte. Don't use any other Humbrol varnish of any kind, Rattlecan or otherwise, ever. They're all terrible apart from that one. Tamiya clear varnish depends which one it is. There are a couple of different Tamiya clear products that aren't actually varnishes. But if it's the Rattlecan and it says clear top coat varnish on it, it might be fine. I have had some people saying it can damage decals because it's a lacquer, so I test it first. Smooth says yes, it's fine. Fox has got it right. Says Sergeant Bones. I don't know what I was talking about, so brilliant. Yeah, just be careful with it. But yeah, with Humbrol, don't use any Humbrol varnish apart from the Rattlecan.
No, that's what you were right about. Apparently, no Humbrol.
Oh yeah, don't use the stuff in a bottle that's if it says Humbrol on it and it's not a Rattlecan with 49 matte acrylic on it, throw it away.
Yeah, because some of them do go yellow.
Yeah, they're horrible. I tried the Humbrol gloss over my Millennium Falcon once, and it was like, wow, it just awful stuff. Smooth says X22 is fine. Yes, if it's X22, that should be fine. I think a lot of people, there are some other Tamiya products that aren't actually varnishes, but I've got names like, I can't remember what it's called. There's one that's actually just a matte thing that mattes paints down, but people think it's a matte varnish and spray it. Sergeant Bone says, no Humbrol out of tin. There. No. Yeah, right, comments have dried up. Oh,
Adam, any tips or anything you can pass on from your guy that since you've been away from learning the art of the airbrush? Any tips to pass
on? One of the big things that I have difficulty with, and it's really important, is just use a very light hand. I'm one of those. I want to power through it. It's all about very light, layer it. Just build it up in layers and have fun with it.
Working up your mist coat, your misty layers.
Yep.
Have you learned the secret of blending then? How they do it with the flesh tones and blending, or is that an art? Is that a hundreds of years of practice?
That is hundreds of years of practice. A blood sacrifice. Some chanting.
Do you have to go outside and spit 3 times and go in circles?
Yeah. Watching him, he'll go with his base coat, and then he'll just slowly build it up, just like you would think of as layers of skin. So you got your base coat, then he'll put in some flecks, then he'll put in the veining work, and like what you would see on even if you don't notice them, just normal veins and everything. And just, he builds it up in layers, and each layer is just real light, very light. That's why when I say I don't do organics, that is the biggest reason, because like I said, I want to just power through it.
So how does he mix the paint? Does he keep it in the cup? Does he start with his base coat?
He uses his, believe it or not, he doesn't even, he uses Tamiya paints. He uses some paints by Tim Gore, who's out of California. But a lot of his paints are like the regular craft paints that you get at your local, or what we call like Hobby Lobby or Michael's, or not even a proper hobby store, but a craft store.
The big plastic things of just like 99-cent thick, gloopy, horrible paint that you wouldn't normally put on anything.
What he does is he thins it down, and he's taught me. That's one of the big things he's taught me, is how to actually properly thin it. Because if anybody watches my series on the TARDIS, when I built it, I tried using some of that paint through my airbrush, and I just had a horrible time trying to get it through. And it's all about thinning your paints, making sure your paints are nice, thin, consistency of milk, and that sort of thing. And he'll sit there and he'll actually mix paints in the same bottle, and then he just saves that paint for something else.
Yeah, Ryan Riley says, start spraying with MIG paints. You'll learn all about using thin layers, I promise. Yeah, because if you do thick layers of MIG paint, they just become gash. You have to spray.
Oh, no, I get on with MIG paints fine. I find them great. Yeah.
No, I think the problem that most people have is that MIG paints are like the one acrylic paint that you can't just slap on.
No, you can't.
You can't. You have to do it in thin layers, otherwise it orange peels. And for ages, people thought they were terrible paints because they were orange peeling, and MIG was like, no, just don't spray them like Tamiya paints. Spray with thin layers. Incidentally, Ryan Riley, were you in the Tabletop Minions stream earlier on today? I'm sure you were. I'm sure you were in the chat. I could have you wrong. I'm sure you were in the Tabletop Minions stream earlier on today. I could be wrong. Somebody's mentioned Sally James, and I'm very distracted now.
Travis Mance asked Fox, what primer are you using for your Gundam models?
I use 3 different primers. If I can't be bothered and it's not raining, I use rattle cans. So I'll either use Tamiya rattle can primers, which are usually grey or white, or if I need a black, I'll use the Citadel Chaos Black spray because I've got loads of cans of it. It's not the cheapest, but it's fine. It's a good one. If I can be bothered and I'm using the airbrush, I'll use the Ultimate Modeling Products primers, either gloss or matte. They're really, really good. They're also known as Badger Steinar Res or Ammo by MIG One Shot. They're all the same thing, but they're really good airbrush. But they're the best airbrush primer I've ever come across. But if I can't be bothered, it's not raining. I'll just rattle can it.
I'm going to find a decent primer for this now.
I'm thinking rattle can, Ted.
That'll fit in your booth, won't it? That'll be fine.
Yeah. I'm going to expand the spray booth to one that I can get the car in when I've finished it. So.
It could double up as a body shop for other people's cars, and then you wouldn't have to worry about money anymore. And yes, I'm gonna say rattle can on that, Ted. I'm gonna say probably to me is your best bet.
And lots of cans of it.
Yeah.
That looks like at least a 5-can job.
Actually, I think I might even use a Halford rattle can on it. Because there'd be enough in one Halford rattle can to do that.
Be careful though, because 99% of auto primers are actually just paints.
Yeah,
that's why I don't use Halford stuff, because like unless it physically says sandable on the tin, it's not a primer.
Yeah, it's what I used to use on the big boats, the radio control boats I used to build.
And we know, Ted, that you like big boats, and you cannot lie. Some other brothers. Moving on.
Tim Dick says, Ted, stop waving it about. You'll have someone's eye out.
Yeah,
what about you, boat?
Waving it about. Yeah, and all the freeing ports are done, by the way. You can see it through there. Yeah.
I think no, you missed one.
Yeah, successful trip to the dentist.
Gilbert Madrid says, Fox, any aircraft in your future builds? I work on F-16s for work. Okay, he's got the coolest job of all of us, Ted, and even you've worked in like the armed police, and that's not as cool.
I haven't worked on an aircraft. No.
I mean, Ted built submarines, but that's not as cool as working on F-16s. My beard's going into my lip, and it's annoying me. I work on F-16 for work, and my moustache even, I should say. And I couldn't think of any better aircraft to build since I obviously see all the weathering firsthand. I'll put the same question to the other guys, but aircraft don't really float my boat. At least not modern aircraft that are generally not particularly weathered. World War II aircraft I could get into, but modern jets and stuff, don't really do anything for me. How about you guys?
I got one. Yeah, I got the Starlift that I do on my first E-models build.
Yeah,
for a 144th kit, that's rather large.
Yeah. I don't know if I could build. I built the Revell Eurofighter, and I think that turned out a nice kit. It was nice. Well, I don't know if I build another one. I don't know if I'm into modern aircraft really. I think I'm a bit like you. If it was a Second World War aircraft or something like that, I'd probably have a go at it. But no, it's not on the top of my list of things to do.
What about you, Adam?
Oh yeah,
You've done aircraft, so
I've done 3 or 4 aircraft myself, and then I got like 10 or 20 boxes that were given to me of just different World War II aircraft kits. So
there will be aircraft in your future.
Oh yeah,
you do RC as well, don't you? You done any planes?
I have actually. There's a plane I'm going to start working on. It was a kit plane that came all pre-assembled, all ready to fly, and I've flown this plane, and it's a great plane to fly. But I'm going to sit there and I'm actually going to paint it and take it apart, paint it, and just do it up my own way, and just see how that works out.
So you're just going to paint it like green and then write butts down the side of it.
I'm debating on what I'm going to paint on it, but yeah, it's going to be a military craft of some sort.
I've always wanted to do a radio controlled plane, but I don't think there's anywhere around to fly it and stuff. So
I think if I did a radio controlled plane, it'd be like, brilliant, I spent 18 months building it. Oh, because that'd be me.
Yeah,
you did also ask a follow-up question on that, by the way, and it's moved off the screen, but it was, if I remember rightly, it was effectively any recommendations on who makes good aircraft kits. I don't really know, but I know Tamiya make good ones.
Tell you what, is a good aircraft kit to build. I built it for E-models. That was the Hawker Typhoon from Airfix, 148 scale. Yeah,
Ed recommending an Airfix kit.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
It's a modern tooling, though, isn't it?
One of the best kits that Airfix have brought out.
Yeah, I mean, I know Tamiya do lots of modern fightercraft and F-16s and stuff like that. They've been doing it for a long time, and they've always been apparently quite good. But I'm no expert on the aircrafts.
The thing is about the Typhoon as well. There's not you don't have to mask the canopy off. So that's a good.
Why?
Because you don't need to.
Why? It has a frame on it. Or does it have a separate? What, does it have a frame separate from a tail part?
Yeah, there's not lots of little square windows and things like that.
Oh, you mean it's not like a bomber canopy or anything. Yeah. Somebody mentions Tim Bix mentions Wingnut Wings. They apparently do some good kits. The chat's giving him lots of suggestions. John Byers says Edward. Who does John Byers say, Ted?
Edward.
Oh, you got it right because I said it first and I forgot.
He said Vallejo earlier as well.
Did he?
Impressed. He did.
Vallejo.
Vallejo.
Sergeant Barron says he hasn't built a plane in years, but he's got an ME262 U4 with the big gun in the nose from Hobby Boss for €7. 148 scale. How did you get that for €7? You can't even buy a. I can't think what you can buy for €7.
Penny sweet.
There are some classic modern aircraft out there to build, like the Warthog. You know, the one with the big gun. The
A-10.
The A-10. That's it. The A-10. Warthog. I'm useless at aircraft.
I like the thing, and everybody knows what
the thing with the thing and the other thing.
What's that? That's what it sounds like. I mean,
it's the universal symbol for an A10 Warthog.
Yeah. If you just go, people know what you're talking about.
Sergeant Bowen says it was on special at Amazon. His almost free kit. Simon D says 124th Ted.
Yeah, it is 124th. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, how do you type into Google?
I don't know. Does Google do like a sound search?
Yeah, Amazon. Find me kits on.
Everybody does an A10 kit. Smooth says Edward, Profi Packs, Hasegawa, and Wingnuts.
Yeah.
Black Wolf 340 says the Fart 40mm cannon.
Yeah. I suppose once you hear that noise, it's too late, isn't it?
The chat's now full of onomatopoeia for the A10 cannon.
Yeah, and they're all different.
Yeah. Okay, now can you all write down the onomatopoeia for an MP40 machine gun? Thank you. Not an MP40, MG42. There you go.
And the difference between that and a Kalashnikov.
Yeah, well, one's a World War II weapon and one's a modern.
Well, this is
not modern.
One kit I would love to do, and I don't know why, is the Apache helicopter. You know, with all the modern, I would love to do an Apache.
Helicopters fill me with dread. I don't know why.
It's got spinny parts.
It's just got tiny fiddly parts. I'd like to do, if I was going to do an aircraft, I've said before, there's two aircraft I'd like to do. One is a JU52, an Anti-U, a Junkers JU52 with all the ribbing on it and stuff. One is a Dakota. With invasion stripes and everything, yeah. But if I do a JU52, it's got to be a big one. I can't be building some little 1/72 rubbish, and not the Airfix one because it's terrible. In fact, me and you, Adam, we talked about this a while ago, and you had, and I thought the one I built many years ago was an Airfix, and then when I got the Airfix one recently, I was like, wow, that's crap. But it wasn't. It was the one you've got, which is is it a Talaria?
I think I'd have to go downstairs and look. It's down in the vault.
No, you're in the comfy chair. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Zadster, I have a JU52 148 and a DC3 in stock, oddly enough. I'll just send you all the money. Send your email address too. Yeah, I would do a 148 JU52. I don't know why that. It interests me. It's an interesting looking plane. I built the one that came with the float planes for it was a seaplane. Quite like it.
Mr. Tonic University podcast said he needs to get the kits of Airwolf and Blue Thunder.
There was a kit of Airwolf many years ago because I made one.
Yeah, there was one at one time, wasn't there?
Yeah, it's just a Bell 222B with some extra add-on parts for the. I had the little kit. It was great. I didn't know what I was doing, so I just kind of built it, and it was grey plastic. So I got some white enamel paint and painted the underside white. It was probably ass, but I was like 12. And apparently, I seem to remember when I was about 12 years old, I could do a very good impression of its stealth rotor blades going, but I can't do it now.
You can't hear it. That's why.
Yeah, no, there was a slight sound. It had a slight sound to it.
I saw a picture of the guy that played Stringfellow Hawk. Was it Stringfellow Hawk?
Yeah.
And I saw a picture of him recently, and he doesn't look good at all.
No, he looks like a raging alcoholic type who's been raging alcoholic for like 50 years.
Sorry. If you're watching this, sorry, but you know.
Yeah. Anyway, nobody
was it Ernest Borgnine who was the co-pilot? Ernest Borgnine?
Yeah.
Oh,
anyway, nobody likes Blue Thunder. Blue Thunder's rubbish. Airwolf was where it was at. Although Blue Thunder
what happened to that helicopter? It crashed in the side of a mountain.
They sold it to some. It went to Switzerland and became like either an air taxi or a rescue helicopter and crashed. Apparently, the guy that bought it got all the body kit with it as well. You can have all the bits we stuck on as well if you want. Right.
Yeah, that's what I want in a airlift helicopter.
Yeah,
50 caliber machine guns and a missile launcher.
Yeah, plus stealth mode. Black Wolf 340 says he has an old space shuttle that him and his father made when he was a kid, and it's in need of some tire repair. Do it. Do it. Restore it. Phil Lewis says, wasn't there a Revell 148 JU52? It might have been the Revell one that I made as a kid. I just remember making a big one, and it wasn't 1/72nd, and it wasn't a piece of crap like the Airfix kit that I've got in a box down there that will never be made because it's just the worst thing I've ever touched. What else have we got going on? Is there a little space planes in your Bandai Space Yamato kit, Fox? Yes, technically there are.
Oh,
however, there's an easy way to get round those because I just put the panel on the side and don't have the hanger showing. So, because they're literally about this big. Although one of them kind of looks like the there's a Grumman plane you get on aircraft carriers, and it's like a fat thing. It's not an interceptor. It's not a growl. It might be the growl. I don't know if it's a growler. It's like this thing in the kit's got like a twin boom tail at the back. So it's got two bits that come out and then the bit at the top. It reminds me of that kind of reconnaissance plane.
Has it got a noise?
No, I think it just goes. 7G, I'm going to call him 7, and I remember we just called him 7. Says he missed my luxurious silky voice, Fox. Well, you're not hearing it now. This isn't luxurious or silky.
Sorry, that's when you find Fox on the other channel.
Yeah, that's a different Fox. I don't think my voice is either luxurious or silky,
or using the correct words.
Yeah, no, I think it's talking about my beard, which is also neither luxurious nor silky. Phil Lewis says you should like the little space planes. They literally are like about that big. I'd have painted them. I might just put the door on and have it closed.
Ship them to Will and say, "Here, light these up for me."
Yeah, like these, and then I'll ship them to No, it's him to Chris to paint them because they're tiny.
So someone did one in the boom hut, and they did. One of them was different to all the others. Slightly different paint job on one of them. But
oh no, Vincent's doing one.
No, it was someone else. I know Vincent's doing one, but there was someone else did one and it's finished. But he said he had enough doing a planes, like 100 of them or something. Or
but yeah, because you can get the extra hanger. I didn't get the hanger kit that comes with 1,000 of these planes. I just get the one that comes with 6 planes that you can put on the base. I'm looking at it now. There's the Cosmo Fighters, which are quite interesting, but there's these like kind of Grumman things with the twin boom thing. Yeah.
Now the funny thing is the local hobby shop that I go to, they sell that kit, but that's all they sell.
They don't sell the actual shit. Miskatonic University Podcast says, I think the little carrier from the Yamato is called a Pelican. I think it is.
Oh, so that'd be.
Yeah. The LD says, here's a question. I have no idea. A little bit. Been looking at the Evangelion vinyl kits. Never done a vinyl kit before. How are they to build?
Never heard of them.
Evangelion's a kind of
it's sci-fi.
It's a Bandai sci-fi thing.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Yeah,
carry on.
Vinyl kits. Now I did my 3.5 foot tall Master Chief, and that was a vinyl action figure, and that was a living nightmare because you can't sand it, and you can't really stick it very well. But I don't know about kits. Any of you guys fiddled with vinyl before?
No, I don't know. First I've heard of it. Don't know what the benefit of making a kit in vinyl would be. It can't be anything good about it.
Are you making adjustments there, Tedward?
Yeah, Mike's just said I'm singing again. Sorry.
Well, maybe the shed's going up. Seven says, "Lol, by American standards, it's luxurious and silky." Well, I don't know. Is my voice luxurious and silky, fellow token American dude?
Yes. Yeah.
It's a manly beard.
No, my voice, not my beard.
Oh.
Seven saying my voice is silky and luxurious by American standards. So as our resident American expert.
Well, that's the funny thing. If you put a British accent on anything, it could be totally rubbish and it sounds brilliant.
So I'd still get the hot chicks in bars and things like that.
Oh no, that's not right, because the Americans do it all the time in Murder She Wrote, and that isn't brilliant at all.
Oh God, don't talk about Murder She Wrote.
Oh
God,
it's still on.
I think actually weekends the only times I don't get to hear the theme from downstairs because Mum's watching it. 148 Airwolf says, Miskatonic, that sounds great. I've only seen cheap Chinese knockoffs. That does sound good, actually. I would make an Airwolf helicopter. I'd make an exception. No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't say helicopter. I wouldn't do it.
Don't worry. You would start the cockpit and then leave off.
Yeah. Why, Iona? Fox says, someday. Brilliant. Chat. I start reading the question, the chat just goes, and I'm like, oh, I think it was probably Vincent, and it was probably about the Yamato, but it's gone. Oh, there we go. Mine is waiting for his matte coat. I just need to get the conning tower LED, and it's done. The Smoo crew had the exclusive on all the hull and thruster lighting.
Oh, yeah. We await the pictures and the video and everything.
Yes, but it's not exclusive.
He also says, as far as the hangar is concerned, all the tiny planes comes with a marking as decals, so you only need to do a base coat on them.
Damn it, because that's the thing with the 1.5 with the normal Yamato kit. You don't get markings or decals for the little planes. You've got to paint it all by hand, and they're all different color panels. I'm like, oh, I know the Japanese people can, like Japanese model makers, can paint a grain of rice with they could put an Aztec pattern on a grain of rice. But, oh. It's like when you get a Gundam kit and they've got the little figures, the pilot and the sitting dude, and they look like they've taken a figure this big and painted it, and yet you know it's actually this big, and you're like, get out of it. That's not been painted by a human. No way. Let's have it. Phil Lewis asks if you're in a subsidence zone, Ted.
Yeah.
And Smoo says, down periscope, Ted.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Spelung!
Dave!
Paul Di Tommaso says about vinyl, not bad, but be careful with paints. Yes, when I did my big 3.5 foot tall Master Chief, he was vinyl. And the one thing I learned is that normal primers don't stick to it. you have to use special primers, but I don't know what they are because I was told at the time by somebody, because I used the Citadel stuff and then I tried some of the UMP stuff and it kind of stuck, but not brilliantly. So if there's lots of masking to be done, you might be a bit knackered. So do a bit of research.
There's just somebody there has mentioned about anyone. Yeah, Lee Gallup says anyone try to apply pledge with a spray bottle. Probably a good idea, actually.
I don't know. It might be a bit blobby.
Could you try something like that? I missed. Yeah, quite a bit. Yeah, you wouldn't get it. You wouldn't get it accurate. Unless
I mean, it might be. I know it does self-level, but I don't know if it would give you. I don't know if it would atomize it enough to be a nice smooth coat. Might be a bit blobby. Yeah.
Maybe doing one splurt somewhere and then a big splurt somewhere else, and the bit between them wouldn't be covered as well. So
you couldn't really control how even it is. I mean, you could do it. I just don't know how good it would come out. Doodaloo Kenneth says vinyl kits can be a little soft in the detail and light. I have seen people fill them with expanding foam to strengthen them.
Yeah, I'm always worried about how much of that to use, because if you use too much, it just explodes, doesn't it?
Yeah. Paul Sunter says, look for a cosplay Chris on YouTube. He did a great job with the Master Chief. It was his video that actually made me realize there was a 3.5-foot Master Chief. He does a good job, actually, although he's kind of using more simple, basic products. I went into a bit more in depth and repainted the whole thing. I know he likes to use his shoe polish for a gunk wash, which is actually quite a good idea when you think about it. It's just a black shoe polish. So, but yes, I actually repainted mine completely. So it was great fun. Just you have to kind of be really careful. I was having panicking when I was masking off the visor, thinking I'm going to mask it off and pull all the paint off because the primer's not going to grip. But it kind of gripped, so I was all right. Just be careful with it. You should be all right. Questions. How long have we been going, chaps? We've been going for hour and a half. Should we give some stuff away?
Oh, why not?
Yeah. Right, we've got some good giveaways. We'll do some chat giveaways. Oh, Ryan Riley says, Fox, are you looking forward to your Strike Rouge build? Yes, it's my first patron subscriber build. If you're a top tier patron on Patreon, from my Patreon, after 3 months, you can choose a kit, or after 12 months, you can choose a bigger, better kit, and I build it and paint it and send it to them as a thank you. So the person in question has been doing it for 12 months. So I've got the Strike Rouge Uotori backpack. What's that like? I can hear a little noise. A little noise.
Is this feedback?
Could be. Oh, yes, it is. Someone feeding back.
How's that? Is it gone?
Don't know. Won't know until someone says something.
Don't know why it's suddenly started doing that.
Hello.
Yeah, it's still there.
Oh, it's not me then. I've put me. No, hello.
It's not coming out your speakers, is it, Adam? Could be mine.
Not mine. I've got an earpiece.
Down a little bit.
How about now?
Talking.
Well,
No, it's not the end of the world.
oh,
I just wanted to make sure it wasn't something like, just like, sounds like somebody's like wading through water. Yes, it's the Master Grade Strike Rouge with the Uotori backpack. So yes, I'm looking forward to that. I might do that one after this AML 90, which is actually quite good fun. Right, so let's do some giveaways. We have some fun things to give away. I think we'll do a couple of chat things first, and then we'll do a proper actual kit giveaway. For the proper actual kit giveaway, I'm going to give these away.
Space Marine.
It's the Space Marine Assault Squad that I was going to use with the AMR 90, but then I decided not to bother because I'm going to use some Astra Militarum instead. So I've got no use for these, so I thought I'd give them away. So it's the full squad of the Assault Marine. I'll start that again. It's the full Assault Squad of Space Marines. So it's Space Marine with the big backpacks. And we're going to give that away. We'll do that in a minute.
Oh, maybe I could take part because I've never done Space Marines.
No, I'll just send you Space Marines, Ted. They might be included in the box with the Baneblade, but
Oh no, not the Beyblade.
Anyway, we'll do some chat giveaways first. So first of all, let's give away some stickers. Are
we giving away the stickers before we do the what's in store? Oh no, Sorry, it's Sunday.
Yeah, Ted, what's in store? What's in store? Like 6 tabs with porn on them, something. Yeah. So I've got a couple of. I have no problem promoting other people's stuff. I've got a couple of gross model stickers. Look. Kick ass.
Yeah, because
they're not model making guru stickers because I've had them made yet.
yeah, because
I am getting feedback off somebody's speakers somewhere. Is anybody got a microphone right near the speakers?
I think what happens is it starts to feedback when 2 people start talking at the same time.
Oh,
No, we never do that.
no.
We're not gonna do that.
Yeah, we never do that. Anyway, yeah, so I've got a couple of gross model stickers. I will cut them with some scissors. We'll give away 2 of these. So, because I'm lazy, I'm going to let the other guys in the show choose some questions. So we'll do it as a chat question. If you've seen the model show, you know how it works. We'll ask you a question. Don't answer till we say go. And it's the first person to come up with the correct answer wins and sticker. There's a different email address to send your address to this time. So, who's got a question that they want to ask to put in the chat then? Remember, if you're not watching on YouTube and you want to take part in this, you want to get in the chat, whatever you're watching on, go to the bottom of the right-hand corner of the screen down here somewhere. There'll be a little YouTube button. Click on that. It'll take you to the YouTube page where you can join in the live chat.
Phil Easter's got a good idea, actually. He said you should have done a what's in store with the Foxx clothing line.
Oh, yeah? Could have got the big store up, couldn't I?
Could have bought, yeah. Buy everything.
Actually, I should do that. No, I've got if you go to the Modelmakers booth on Facebook.com/model booth. Top post is the Guru swag. Is the Boom Hut swag. I'm getting feedback off some of these speakers there.
Yeah, say back somewhere now.
I think it might be Chris, possibly, or me.
It's not me. I've got my ear in. You're only coming out my ear, and it's not coming out the other ear and going into the microphone.
Is it completely me then?
Yeah, I just turned off my speakers.
It has gone
happens
away.
anymore. It's you.
Okay, now we know.
Blame the American.
It's always.
Well, all the sound was going all the way over there and then coming all the way back, wasn't it?
I know.
Phil Lewis is
Yes, there is a
Right,
post on
took
the
so
top of the Boom Hut. It's pin post. You can buy t-shirts like this one. No Fox given. And lots of other stuff in the Boom Hut store. Go and check it out. So, right, who's got a question? Because I haven't thought of one.
Phil Lewis says, "What's the postcode for the Gettysburg Address?"
London W12 8. Okay, anybody got a question? Because I'm looking desperately.
I think, yeah, we do this every week. Every week.
Even when it's not the e-model show, we still do it like the e-model show.
You mean people haven't emailed in questions for this?
No, yeah, they probably have, but that's Ted at emodels.co.uk. No, Ted, don't go and take questions from there. Okay, let's think of a question.
Okay, I'm building the U-boat. Simple question. I don't want to know about the dive planes or anything like that, but how many rudders does it have? Go. How many rudders on the Type 7C?
Oh,
So how many rudders on a Type 7C U-boat? Ted, what's the chat for this?
Yeah, we asked a few weeks ago, didn't we, how many screws it had? How many rudders does a Type 7C? Sergeant Bones, there you go. 2.
Sergeant Bones wins. Yay.
Yay, Sergeant Bones. Cool. You've won yourself a
Gross
model sticker. I'm trying to think of a little objective to put at the front there, but I couldn't think of one.
So Chris sends you his stickers and you give them away.
Yeah, I think it was a bit strange. I think I sent him 3, so I think he's probably kept one for himself.
Well, I think I've got one somewhere. I think I stuck one on one of my sorting boxes. I've got loads of stickers on there. Well, Chris is probably happy that I give it to someone else. So Sergeant Bones, send me an email with your name and address. I shall paste, because I didn't want to type it all out. The email address is not ted@emodels.co.uk. It's modelmakingguru@gmail.com.
Yeah.
There you go. Send your name and address to modelmakingguru@gmail.com, and I will send you a sticker. Aren't you? Wow. And I'll separate these out. So let's do another question.
Well, you could save another one for next time.
No.
Will there be a next time?
Okay, we could actually save one till next time because we have something else to give away now. Yep. We have a mug. Now you're all used to
The way we're all maniacally laughing just gives something away there.
Yeah, you're all used to winning the eModels mug. Can't give an eModels mug away because it's not an eModels podcast. So what I've done is I've gone into the kitchen and I've gone into the cupboard and I've grabbed a mug. So you can win my Jurassic Park Something Has Survived mug that I've had for many years.
Is it clean?
It's clean.
We can't guarantee its cleanliness, so it may do as a brush cleaner.
No, it's very clean. It's not been used in years. So you can win this. When was it made? It's made in England. It was made by Tetley in 1997. So it's a vintage antique.
Hang about. I've just looked on eBay and they're worth 300 quid.
Really?
No, I made it up.
So it is a vintage Tetley Jurassic Park Something Has Survived mug for the drinking.
It's a rare mug. Yeah, a rare mug that has been in the Foxx house.
Tim Bick says you can't give your mum's mug away now. I was under instructions not to take any of her mugs out. So they will be left. So yes, so you can have that. So I've got to think of a question now. Okay. I said earlier on, remember to wait till I say go. Lord Barkley says, you wait till your mum finds out. No, it's one of my mugs, so I'm fine.
It's one of her set. There'll be if you've only got five now, yeah. If you've only got five now,
earned money in 1997 when I was like,
I'm hoping that Fox has fixed it so his mum wins.
Well, I thought about giving one of my June S cups away, and I thought no, because I have to buy another one then. And I try and sell those. So, okay. Earlier on, I said that I used different primers. Remember, wait till I say go. And I said I use the Tamiya primers, which are traditionally grey or white, or the Citadel primer, which is Chaos. What's the colour? Go.
Oh,
it's Chaos. I've had an email from Sergeant Bones.
Good job. It's only the sticky you're sending to Germany.
Citadel primer. Bang. The Earl D says black. He's the first one in there. Chaos black. Well done, the Earl D. Here is your email address. Send that to modelmakingguru@gmail.com with your name and address, and I'll send you this mug somehow. Please don't tell me you're in Venezuela or, space.
Watch him be the one American we were talking about earlier.
Well, if that's the case, then sorry, we're giving away one of Adam's mugs.
Mug may or may not resemble this one on screen. Your house is at risk if you don't keep up with it.
The closest member of the treehouse will send you a mug.
We could send you a Starbucks mug. That way you can fold it up and it'll go in an envelope.
Yeah, we're giving away paper cups. Wow. Oh, he's in Telford. Good man, we'll bring it down in November. No, just drop me an email and I will do something and finish that sentence. Newbie Modeler says, hi guys, what tweezers are you lot using looking to upgrade from my crap eBay ones? Doesn't really matter as long as they're not crap eBay ones. I've got some Master Tools, which are really nice, but they're like £8 each, or something, £7. No, they're actually about £3 or £4 each.
I think if you actually go along to the ladies' makeup department, you'll find a huge selection of tweezers in there.
Yeah, I've got a couple of different pairs. I've got ones that are straight and really sharp. Ones that I do recommend getting yourself a pair that are that shape. I found those really, really good for decals, like the straight ones and the bendy ones for maneuvering decals about.
Got a pair of the bendy ones.
Yeah, don't spend a fortune. Like Ted says, go and be all sheepish around the ladies' makeup department or your local Little Miss Attitude store and just try and fit in, even though you're probably like me, a big seedy looking bloke with hair all over the place and a beard, you wouldn't really fit in. Whatever you do, don't buy the Citadel ones. They're like £8 for a pair of tweezers. Nah. And they're actually
I got these Pixnor ones that were a pack of about 10 or a dozen different shaped end ones, and they were only about 10 or 12 quid for the lot. So,
or even better, just go to your local pound shop or dollar store. You're in the US, maybe somewhere like Dollar Tree has one. I know about Dollar Tree. Adam, I've actually got a Dollar Tree carrier bag downstairs, believe it or not.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, go to your local Dollar Tree or in the UK, Poundland or somewhere. They'll have packs of loads of tweezers for like £1. You can't go wrong.
Paul Santa says it looked like he was first and he's crying, but sorry.
Or the way we see the chat is we see it different to you guys. We actually get it prioritized on who was actually first. You guys get your own lag and stuff, and it's prioritized so you look like you're first or you're earlier. But we get it in the actual order they were typed in and sent to YouTube. So that's why we go off what we see. Sorry. We'll do more. We'll do more. Don't worry.
Fox has still got more mugs.
Yeah, I've got loads of mugs. I haven't got loads of mugs. I've got 3 or 4 mugs, and then the rest are mum's, and I'll have to whittle them down without her noticing. I can't touch some of them because she'll notice. But
next week we'll be giving away a plant.
Yeah. See, next time I could give away my big litre mug, but that's not going to happen ever. Right, so yes, that's going off. Those are going off. Right, well, what I think we'll do is I'm actually on the verge of dying for a wee, as always. So I think what we might do is we might do the kit giveaway and then call it a night, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we've run out of stuff to say.
Yeah, we've got to save it for tomorrow night.
Yeah.
John Byers says the Dollar Tree sells 50-cent albums, 2 for $1. Yeah. Lord Barkley says poor mum will be drinking out of a saucer.
My granddad used to do that with his tea. He used to pour his tea in the saucer and
Makes it cool down quicker.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
that's a proper northern thing, that is. Yes, Smooth Workshop says next week an unwashed casserole dish and there might be some shepherd's pie in it. No, there'll be no shepherd's pie in it. You don't leave shepherd's pie. Mummy Fox's feather duster as a giveaway, says Colin. No, she needs that to interfere with me from behind. You pardon the expression. Right. Let's give some crap away. Right. So, we have the Space Marine Assault Squad, which is your pack of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dudes.
Yeah, where it says 5 in the corner. Let's give it away.
Does it say? Oh, it does say, yeah. I counted manually. It says 5 there. I've not done anything with this. I've opened it. It's been unsealed, but nothing's missing. You've got all the bases in there. If I can get it open.
Professionally ripped by Foxx Wolf.
Okay, there's some slight box damage, but other than that, it's fine. I can't get it out. It might still be sealed. Anyway.
Just blame it on the postal office.
Yeah.
Post office.
I don't even know if I opened it, to be honest. So you get your 5 assault dudes. There's the sheet decals and all the little bases in there. You can paint them however you want. They are the dudes with jetpacks. I'll hold them in place so you can see. They are the dudes with jetpacks. And they're all in kind of jumping about and running poses like it's some kind of bizarre Charlie's Angels cover, which is kind of interesting. Just without the long flowing hair.
I thought it was a
I'll
dance.
give those away.
Actually looks like he's skipping.
Yeah, they're all going, la, la, la. They're all going, hello, clouds. Hello, sky. Hello, trees.
It's the sequel to YMCA.
BLPFD or something. Not quite sure what that says. So I'm just going to give this away and I'll send it to anybody, basically. Like I said, I got these for the vehicle thing I'm doing free models, but realized that the Astra Militara might be a better fit because they look more like soldier dudes. Gilbert Madrid says shipping to the middle of the US wouldn't be the first time.
Yes.
Is somebody leaving?
Terms and conditions apply, and this will only be sent out.
Who says Senior Wayne? Have a good night, everyone. Going to go paint before the call front comes in. Wayne, before you go, just watch this video later because this is an enter this later on, and we'll pull it next week, so you can still enter. So all you need to do is, like we've done on the e-model streams for a giveaway, don't put your answer in the chat. I want you to put the answer as a comment on the video once the stream is finished and the video goes up on the YouTubes. Just put a comment on there. This time, as we've not seen Adam for a while, I shall let Adam choose the phrase that you have to type in your comment, and we're not too fussed about the spelling. Ooh. So, Adam, in order to win this, what comment do our friends need to put on the video when it goes up? Make it as silly as you wish. So you need to type. No, go on. What, you choose, Adam.
Oh, dude, you threw me on the spot, man. Come on.
Yeah, something. Yeah, you want something nice, redneck.
Colin says, "Oh my God, it's the Treehouse Village people."
Something nice and redneck. Lawn chair riding lawnmower.
There again.
What?
Lawn chair, riding lawnmower.
Lawn chair riding lawnmower.
Sure.
Okay. Lawn chair riding lawnmower. What does that even mean?
If you were a redneck, you would understand.
Okay. So if you want to win this, like I say, when this stream is finished, give it about 5 or 10 minutes. Go and put a comment on the video, on the YouTube video, not on this stream. However you want to spell it. Lawn chair riding lawnmower.
Yeah. Well,
Or if you're not quite sure, anything redneck.
Anything redneck.
Anything redneck.
yeah, just type what Adam said.
Yeah, lawn chair riding lawnmower.
Relax, man.
Oh, it's not my counter.
All I know is there was a phrase, here, hold my beer.
Oh, my beer. Right, so yeah, lawn chair riding. I can't even say it. La, 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 la.
You asked the guy that came up with the most complicated channel name.
Yeah, I should have known you wouldn't go with something simple.
You should have.
Just 1 or 2 words is all we normally do, Adam. You know what I mean?
Riding lawnmower. Let's just go with riding lawnmower.
Riding lawnmower.
Yeah.
Or just lawnmower.
Or anything to do with
Anything to do with cutting the grass.
anything to do with lawn, grass, mower. Just put a comment on there.
We're not picky.
Just put a comment on it. Doesn't matter.
We'll
and just
accept comment.
as long as it's not a comment that says, I've loved you for many years, here's a link. Because they don't go on. They get spammed. Phil Lewis says the warning signs were already there. Right, so yes, so do that. And what I'll do is next Sunday, Saturday or Sunday, I'll go in, I'll pull a comment off at random from the YouTube video, and then that person will win. And I'll put a little video up saying who the winner is, and then we'll get that. And you can be anywhere. Enter, I don't care where you are, as long as you're not in North Korea or space, and I can actually send it to you. Then you can win that. And then you need to put pictures up in the boom hut when you built it. Mike Mountain says, I will put what Adam said. That'll do.
That'll do. That'll do.
So you can win that. So just stick a comment on there and I'll pull a winner next weekend. I'll probably forget. So Ted, for the love of God, remind me to pull a winner next weekend.
You expect me to remember?
That's a good point. Chris, can you remind Ted to remind me? Adam, can you remind Chris to remind
Yeah.
I have trouble remembering what day it is. Sunday.
What day is it, Ted? It's not Monday. Which day is that? I don't know. Could be Wednesday. Right, well, I think that's going to do is because it's only going to be a quickie show tonight. I'm dying for a wee. I've done very well. 1 hour and 3/4. Not bad for me.
Yeah.
So, let us wrap up. I don't really know how to do wrap-ups on live streams. Ted, give us some closing thoughts from Father Ted.
It's not Monday.
Brilliant.
It's nearly.
Now, remember, if you have any complaints, please address them to either helgan35@geocities.com or Pebblemill at 1, BBC Television Centre, London W12, HQT. Points of view. Dear Terry, it just remains for me to say thank you to everybody who's been watching. Thank you to my guests, my good friends as ever. Ted from Skipper Ted.
Bye.
Chris from Gross Models.
Bye-bye.
And Adam from Enigma. What's it called, Adam? Remind me.
Enigma model making.
Enigma
Model making. Enigma model making.
Yeah. Can we expect to see some stuff on your channel soon, Adam? Are you getting back into it slowly?
I am going to be getting back into it. Expect some stuff here probably within the next few weeks.
Ooh, lovely.
Ooh,
Cool.
So
So it just remains me to thank everybody who's joined in tonight and everybody who's joined in the chat. Thank you, everybody, for coming. I know we keep planning these every couple of weeks and we've been a bit pants and not done one for months and months.
sorry.
It's just purely because we're all at different ends of the earth. Some of us are in the correct place and everybody else is outside England. You know,
Chris's fault.
Yeah, I know.
I'll be here.
So,
I'm here. I'm waiting.
Some of us are actually foreigners. We can't help it.
You think for a time. You think for a timekeeper.
I know. Terrible. But we will try and get more of these going. We'll still try and stick to every couple of weeks. But we probably fail miserably. but we'll do our best. Again, it's just trying to coordinate everybody across different continents and different time zones. What time is it there, Adam? For you, is it like 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon?
It is 5:45 or 5:44 p.m.
Wow, that's like a sat nav. What time is it, Siri? It is 5:45 p.m.
Before we go, Will's just turned up in the chat.
Oh,
Bye, Will.
I'm that really bad.
Eat it quick!
Oh no!
We're gonna
yes. It's Monday, actually, says Will.
Oh, it is Monday, yeah.
He's tuning in for the e-model stream.
He's early.
He's tuning in from the future.
He's like, wait a second, how the hell did Adam get on e-models?
Yeah, Will, tell us how our live stream went tomorrow. Because we'd like to know in advance if we're going to screw up.
Who won the sticker?
So I hope he's been watching for a while and just hasn't commented, because I'd be really sad if he's only just joined and we're about to quit.
Oh, no.
No, poor Will. Anyway, Smooth says, get in my belly. Get into my belly. But yes, just remains for me to thank everybody who's been in the chat tonight. Everybody who's watching and not in the chat, thank you so much for watching. We'll try and do these more often, promise. Don't forget, of course, me, Ted, and Chris will be on the eModels live stream tomorrow. And for that, as always, I'll give them a plug because they're my sponsor. It's emodels.co.uk/live through their website, or just the eModels channel on the YouTubes, which I think is eModels UK. I can never remember their YouTube channel name, but that'll be 9 p.m. tomorrow night. Ted and Chris and I will be back tomorrow doing exactly the same, maybe with a bit less swearing, and Ted will do more talking.
Yeah.
I won't talk so much. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Do take care of yourselves. Go and join the Boom Hut. If you're not joined it already, go and post awesome stuff. And we will catch up with you next time. And I'll do the winners for this on next Sunday, sometime through next Sunday. So keep an eye on my channel. But until next time, take care of yourselves. Go make something awesome. Go be awesome. And until next time, as everybody makes noise, I'm trying to rack up. Adios, amoebas.
Thank you for watching. Please turn off your televisions.
I've not pressed the button yet. I'm waiting to keep making little scrabbling noises because it's really.